Under miscellaneous problems, we have learnt relation between mean, median and mode, conversion of inclusive method into exclusive method, and conversion of less than into cumulative frequencies when variables are given less than and more than or below or above. That means conversion of cumulative frequencies into simple or ordinary frequencies, and to calculate mean, median and mode. Now under miscellaneous problems and averages, let us take conversion of mid values into classes. That means instead of giving classes in case of continuous series, it may be given mid values. Under continuous series, the first step is whether to, when you have to calculate arithmetic mean, first step we have to find out mid value. Instead of giving the classes, it may be given midpoints or mid values. Midpoints are nothing but mid values. Even here also, usually students get confused without seeing the heading properly. They come to the conclusion that when variables are given like this, they are discrete series. Okay, now first we have to look at the heading. Here, usually when two columns are given, then they consider it one is variable and another one is frequency. But you should be careful. What is the heading given is important. Here it is given midpoints. Midpoints are nothing but mid values. When do you come across mid values? That is in case of continuous series. Okay, means here when midpoints are given, we have to convert those midpoints into classes. Even that also I have taught under the topic classification. Okay, now here it is given calculate median and mode for the following data. In case of arithmetic mean, there even without classes, you may work out the problem with midpoints only. But in case of median and mode, without classes we cannot apply the formula there, because we have to take median class and modal class. Okay, therefore it is inevitable we have to convert these midpoints into classes. Now the first step is, first we have to find out the class interval. Increment among the midpoints is nothing but class interval. That is, here see the increment among the midpoints 5 to 15 or 15 minus 5, 25 minus 15, 65 minus 15, from starting to end. Midpoint, the increment among midpoints or mid values is 10. That means increment among midpoints or mid values is nothing but class interval. Here the increment is 10, therefore class interval is 10. That is the first step. Next step is we have to take half of class interval. Means half of class interval equals 10 divided by 2. Half of class interval is 5. Now what we have to do is, you subtract half of class interval from the lower limit, from the midpoint to get lower limit, and add half of class interval to the midpoint to get upper limit. That means that even that formula we have taken earlier. Now lower limit equals midpoint or m mid value minus class interval divided by 2 or half of class interval equals midpoint or mid value is how much? 5. Then class interval is how much? 10 divided by 2. 5 minus 5 equals 0. Otherwise, if you calculate first half of class interval, then you may take directly lower limit equals midpoint minus 5, then upper limit equals, here midpoint is 5 minus 5 equals 0, and upper limit equals midpoint plus class interval divided by 2. Midpoint is 5 plus class interval 10 divided by 2 equals 5 plus 5 equals 10. Otherwise, if you calculate first half of class interval, then shortcut method is upper limit equals midpoint plus 5 equals midpoint plus 5. Midpoint is 5 plus 5 equals 10. Therefore, the lower limit of the first class is 0 and upper limit of the first class is 10. Therefore, the class is variable x classes 0 to 10. Now, check the midpoint. Midpoint equals or mid value equals upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. Upper limit 10 plus 0 equals 10 divided by 2, 5, isn't it? Now, next one is here lower limit equals midpoint minus 0.5, lower limit minus half of the class interval, 15 minus 5, 10 and upper limit 15 plus half of class interval, 15 plus 5, 20. Now, once you find out the first class, then we take under exclusive method, and by considering the class interval, you may go on taking. Okay. Next, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70. For cross check, you may take the mid value 20 plus 10, 30 divided by 2, 30 plus 20, 50 divided by 2, 40 plus 30, 70 divided by 2, 50 plus 40, 90 divided by 2, 110 divided by 2, 60, 70 plus 60, 130 divided by 2, 65. Now, we have converted midpoints or mid values into classes. Now, you have to retain the frequencies as they are. No change in those. 6, 12, 17, 28, 18, 12, 7. Here total is 100, that is sigma f. Now you are asked to find out median and mode. It is continuous series. Now, under median continuous series, first step is n equals sigma f equals 100. Second step is first step n, second step f, third step q2, and fourth step locate q2 to get median class, and fifth step is median. Now first step is over. Second step, take cumulative. F means capital F means cumulative frequencies. First simple frequency or ordinary frequency and cumulative frequency one and the same. Next what we have to do? 6 plus 12, 18 plus 17, 35 plus 28, 63 plus 18, 81 plus 12, 93 plus 7, 100. See, these two, loss, cumulative frequency and sigma f, both should be one and the same. Now, here n is over, f is over. Now we have to find out q2. q2 equals n by 2. n is how much? 100 divided by 2. q2 equals 50. Now, next what you have to do? Locate this q2 in the cumulative frequency column to get median class. q2 50. 50 lies between 35 and 63. Locate here 50, that is q2. Now here this 30 to 40 is median class. Lower limit L1, upper limit L2, then frequency of median class f, and cumulative frequency of median class is 35. Now you have to apply the formula. that is m equals L1 plus L2 minus L1 divided by F into Q2 minus capital F equals L1 30 plus L2 40 minus 30 divided by 28 into Q2 50 minus capital F is 35 equals 30 plus 40 minus 30 10 divided by 18 into 50 minus 35 15 equals 30 plus 15 into 10 150 divided by 18 equals 8.3333 equals 38.333. This is median. Now, next you have to find out mode. Now, here we may apply direct formula. Therefore, we need not take any additional columns. Just you have to take the modal class. It is known to you. Modal class occurs corresponding to the highest frequency. Highest frequency is 28. Therefore, modal class is 30 to 40. That means 30 L1, 40 L2, frequency of modal class F1, frequency of preceding class F0, frequency of succeeding class F2. Now apply the formula. Z equals L1 plus F1 minus F0 divided by 2 F1 minus F0 minus F2 into L2 minus L1 equals L1 is 30 plus F1 28 minus F0 17 divided by 2 into 28 minus 17 minus F2 18 into 40 minus 30 equals 30 plus 28 minus 17 11 divided by 2 into 28 56 minus 17 and minus 18 minus 35 into 10 equals 30 plus 11 divided by 56 minus 35 21 into 10 equals 30 plus 11 into 10 110 divided by 21 5.2381. Here it is 5.23809. If fifth place value is 5 or more than 5, add 1 to fourth place value equals 35.2381. This is mode. Here the important aspect here is conversion of midpoints or mid values into classes. Next, after that, as usual, we have to calculate median and mode under continuous series. Okay. Now, take the next problem. Calculate mode. Let us take the problem of calculation of mode. Now, take the problem. Calculate mode for the following data. Here take marks below 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Number of students. Number of students 4, 10, 17, 30, 50, 70, 80, 88, 95, 100. Now see this problem. Here it is given marks. What is given in bracket is important. Below means this below is applicable to all the values of given variables. We have to take it as below 10, below 20, below 30, below 90, below 100. And observe number of students. Here see the trend of frequencies. It is continuous increase, isn't it? The trend of frequency is continuous increasing. I have told you, when the trend of frequencies is either continuous increase or continuous decline or decrease, it is cumulative frequencies. Now here in this case what we have to do, we have already come across conversion of cumulative frequencies into ordinary frequencies, conversion of these below or less than variables into classes. Now I have already told you, when variables are given below, then given values of variables are upper limits of respective classes. That means 10 is the upper limit of the first class. That means we have to find out the lower limit of the first class. Okay. Now the increment among the given values of variables is nothing but class interval. If you observe here, the increment from first to last means 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 80 to 90, 90 to 100. Increment is 10. Therefore, class interval is 10. Now, this 10 is the upper limit of the first class. That means we have to find out the lower limit of the first class. How to find out the lower limit? Lower limit equals upper limit minus class interval. Upper limit equals lower limit plus class interval. Lower limit equals upper limit minus class interval. Here upper limit is how much? 10. Minus class interval is also 10. Therefore, lower limit is how much? 0. Now let us take marks as x. You may write let marks equals x. There you should not write below. You have to take classes. Therefore, write just let marks equals x. Number of students equals f. Okay. X first class is 0 to 10. Next 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, 90 to 100. Here 100 is the upper limit of the last class. Here upper limit of the last class. You have to stop at that point. Now frequencies means number of students. Here you have to write here marks and number of students, then in bracket you have to write x and f. Otherwise in the beginning itself you may write let marks equals x and number of students equals f. Then you may take like this only. Okay. Now here these frequencies, given number of students, they are cumulative frequencies. We have to convert cumulative frequencies into ordinary frequencies. For that what you have to do? We have to retain first one as it is when variables are given below or less than. When it is given above, then what you have to do? You have to retain last one as it is. In case of less than, to convert next, succeeding cumulative frequency minus preceding cumulative frequency. When it is given above or more than, preceding cumulative frequency minus succeeding cumulative frequency. Now, 10 minus 4, 6, 17 minus 10, 7, 30 minus 17, 13, 50 minus 30, 20, 70 minus 50, 20, 80 minus 70, 10, 88 minus 80, 8, 95 minus 88, 7, 100 minus 95, 5. Now take the total. See, it is 100. Sigma f must be equal to the last cumulative frequency. Your conversion is correct. Conversion into ordinary frequency or simple frequency is correct. Okay. Now, next what we have to do? Here it is asked to calculate mode. To calculate mode, what is the first step? We have to take the modal class, and it is known to you, modal class occurs corresponding to the highest frequency. Now if you observe, highest frequency is how much? 20. Here 20 is repeated 2 times, means 2 classes are having the same highest frequency. If this is the case, then the question arises whether to take modal class as 40 to 50 or 50 to 60. In this case, we say mode is ill-defined, or we say it is empirical mode, because here we cannot apply the direct formula. Instead we have to apply the formula of relation between mean, mode and median, empirical based. That's why it is also called as empirical mode. In this case, even though it is asked to calculate mode, it is inevitable in order to apply the formula of relation between mean, median and mode. You have to find out mean and median, then we have to apply that formula, empirical based formula. That's why here first we have to calculate arithmetic mean and median, even though it is not asked to calculate that. Okay. Now see what we have to do first. We have to calculate arithmetic mean. To calculate arithmetic mean, first step is M, second step is A and C, third step is D, fourth step is FD, fifth one D bar and sixth one X bar. Means first we have to take M, that is mid value or midpoints. Midpoints equals or mid value equals upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. 10 plus 0 divided by 2, 5. And I have told you, next onwards, go on adding the common class interval. Here common class interval is 10. 5 plus 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95. Anyhow, check the last one. 100 plus 90. 190 divided by 2, 95. M is over. Next, we have to take A and C. Assumed mean and common class interval. C, A equals assumed mean. You may take any one among the M values may be assumed mean. Here, let me take 45 as assumed mean. A equals 45. C, common class interval is 10. Now, next step is D. D equals M minus A. A is 45 divided by C, 10. corresponding to assuming 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Below that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next step is FD, that is F into D, multiply these two. 4 into minus 4, minus 16, 6 into minus 3, 7 into minus 2, minus 14, 13 into minus 1, minus 13, 20 into 0, 20 into 1, 10 into 2, 8 into 3, 7 into 4, 5 into 5. Now take minus totals separately. Minus 61. Okay. Now plus total 117. Now take the difference. 117 and 61, difference is 56. It is highest value sign is plus, 56 is sigma FD. Next step is D bar. D bar equals sigma FD divided by sigma F. Sigma FD is 56 divided by sigma F 100 equals, now just you put two places from the right side decimal point, 0.56. 56 divided by 100, 0.56. Next one is X bar. X bar equals A plus C D bar equals A assumed mean is 45 plus C common class interval is 10 into D bar 0.56 equals 45 plus 5.6. Just you shift 1 0 is there, shift one place to right side, the decimal point is shifted, equals 50.6. X bar is 50.6. Next, another one we have to calculate M, median. To find out median, first step is to find out median. First step is N, second step is cumulative frequency, third one Q2, fourth one locate Q2 to get median class, and fifth one is median. Means N, sigma N equals sigma F, that is over. Next you have to take cumulative frequencies. Now F, first one as it is. Next 4 plus 6, 10 plus 7, 17 plus 13, 30 plus 20, 50 plus 20, 70 plus 10, 80 plus 8, 88 plus 7, 95 plus 5, 100. I have told you, in case of below or less than, converting cumulative into ordinary, again ordinary into cumulative, both are the same. You may cross check. Okay. Next F is over Q2. Q2 equals N by 2. N equals sigma F. N equals sigma F equals 100. 100 by 2, 50, that is Q2. Here exactly you are having 50. In that case, corresponding to that only you have to locate, that is 50 Q2. Now median class is exactly corresponding to that one. That means median class is 40 to 50. 40 is L1, 50 L2, 20 small f and 30 capital F. Now you have to find out median, you have to apply the formula. Formula is m equals L1 plus L2 minus L1 divided by F into Q2 minus capital F. Okay, L1 40 plus L2 50 minus 40 divided by 20 into Q2 50 minus capital F 30 equals 40 plus 50 minus 40, 10 divided by 20, 50 minus 30 is also 20, 40 plus 20 and 20 will cancel, remaining 10 equals 50. Median is 50. Now, here it is asked to calculate mode. Now, what we have to do? We have to apply the formula of relation between mean, median and mode, that is empirical based. What is the formula? X bar minus Z equals 3 into X bar minus M. X bar we have calculated 50.6 minus Z is not known into equals 3 into X bar. 50.6 minus M is 50. M is 50. Now take 50.6 minus Z equals 3 into 0.6, isn't it? 50.6 minus 50.6, that is plus sign. Now, .6 minus Z equals 3 into 0.6, 1.8. Now, retain Z here, minus Z equals 1.8, shift this to left side, here it is plus sign, minus 50.6, minus Z equals difference, one is plus sign and another one is minus sign. That is 48.8, highest value sign is minus. Minus and minus will cancel, Z equals 48.8, isn't it? Like this, in case of empirical mode or when the mode is ill-defined, we have to apply the formula of relation between mean, median and mode, and also another alternative formula is known to you. I think if that is easy, you may follow that itself. That is R Z equals 3m minus 2x bar. 3 into m. M is how much? 50 minus 2 into x bar. 50.6 equals 150. 3 into 50, 150 equals 101.2. 150 minus 101.2, it is 48.8. Yeah, both are the same answer. I think here in this case it is very easy to follow the second formula. Okay, this is regarding the ill-defined mode or empirical mode. It will not be given whether it is ill-defined or not, just it will be given calculate mode. Then you come to know here when the highest frequency means when two classes are having the same highest frequency, then you must come to know that is empirical mode or ill-defined mode, then even though it is not asked to calculate arithmetic mean and median as supplementary informations, you have to calculate first those two, then you have to find out mode by applying this formula. Okay, thank you.